TC branding and marketing in Indaba is exactly what it is. It's about just sharing. It's about sharing relevant industry skills and dissecting basically what the marketing space, the branding space, the corporate communications, corporate affairs, and PR spaces. It's basically a gathering of like-minded individuals within Namibia and experts locally as well as from the sub-region to generally have a conversation around marketing and all things related to the industry of people skills communications. And what we're doing with that is trying to shape a narrative and what a future of marketing, PR, corporate communications, corporate affairs, and stakeholder engagement ought to look, and advertising ought to look like. We are in an era where technological advancements are moving at a rapid pace, and we definitely need to keep up. Otherwise, we might find ourselves in a situation where we are lagging behind. And this is exactly for this reason that MTC decided to put on this conference is from the 9th to the 11th of April, which is around the corner next week.
It's around the corner, it really is. And with that, you obviously spoke about the industry experts and leaders, but who else is this event for? And what can those outside of that space expect when they come to the event?
So, to the latter part of your question, what do we expect? Definitely, we have a portfolio and a buffet of absolutely amazing topics. We're going to talk about topics such as public relations at best, public relations with an empathy and respect and compassion, how to get your message across. We're going to talk about, we're going to do successful dissecting and interrogation of successful case studies on how to walk about a campaign and a brand campaign that resonates with your brand, a campaign that looks about your intent and forward thinking processes and how you want to reach your masses. We're going to talk advertising. We're going to talk general work around about how to basically just stand in milieu of what the company outlook is. We're also going to have a conversation around ourselves as experts in the industry. Usually the first thing that happens when any company is either doing a restructuring, refinancing, remodeling, it does appear to be that those at the help of the companies start to think, we don't need so much need marketing. And then usually that's the first thing that suffers when there are consequential issues of we need to do drastic cost cutting. And we're telling folks to say that if you look at the history of marketing, and when you were in school, you were taught about the 5 Ps, that has changed. It is now about instant gratification. It's about instant, immediate connection with your audiences. And some of these are the conversations that we're going to have. Now, in terms of who needs to attend, everybody. If you have an interest in marketing, if you have an interest in branding, if you have an interest in all these associate industry, you need to attend, whether you're a student, whether you're an industry expert, whether you're just somebody who's very, very interested in this conversation. We want to see you there. I know a lot of folks are saying, well, am I paying 5,000? 5,000 for 3 days. That's a lot of value. I was checking Facebook on the other day, and somebody commented, why would I pay 5,000 to find out what I can already learn from ChatGPT? And that's the danger I need, because ChatGPT is informed upon intelligence, human intelligence that create artificial intelligence. So ChatGPT is learning from us as well in this matter.
So why not get it firsthand?
Yeah, why not getting firsthand? Yeah,
you're absolutely right in how things have changed within the market, and with that, this year's theme is pursuing great brands. Speak to us on how this theme reflects current trends in marketing and branding.
The theme bespoke of a want and a desire of any organization. Any organization wants to be a standout organization, to become what is known. I think if we look at the legacy of this brand and the mother brand of this radio station, the Namibian, when they say still telling it like it is, that is the commitment to which the brand stand by, and that is the purpose, the mission, and the value that this brand says to its audience and says to its consumers, that we are going to still tell it like it is, whether it's 10 years from now, or that's been in the past. And this is exactly what we're trying to say to our publics out there, that because we are trying to find a niche in order to pursue our strategic intents and making sure that our brands stand out. Now, oftentimes the industry exists to mere compete against each other, and that's the wrong premise that we get off from, where we're competing against each other instead of supplementary to being to each other. Because ultimately, because we are in the people skills service industry, we are then selling a image, we're selling a reputation, we're selling an integrity, and we're selling a convenience of security of comms, security of branding, security of advertising and marketing to anybody. And in the era of global modern corporate relationships, this is what perhaps investors as well, this is what interested parties in your state, in your country looks at. I'm not speaking from an international relations point of view. And this is what they see, that when they hear Namibian, they know that it's a authentic, it's a trustworthy brand, and it's a brand that basically puts its ideals to the highest standards. And that is what every other brand wants to become, and that's what we're trying to do. Now, whether you're a multinational brand operating in Namibia, whether you're a local public-private partnership brand in Namibia, whether you're a private entity brand in Namibia, whether you're a family-owned brand in Namibia, ultimately, all of us wants to be on the pedestal of high quality and high standard of operations.
I want us to, without giving too much away, because we'll need people to go to the Indaba as well. What are some of the biggest challenges brands face today, and how will the Indaba help address them? And perhaps just entice people with that.
The challenges are plenty. We're not going to beat around the bush around it. And those challenges, I think they exist. They have been established on the premises of what the current consumer is. The current consumer is meticulous. The current consumer is price sensitive. The current consumer is understandable to issues of environment, and they want to see a corporate entity or public corporate and your public supported entities doing more for the environment, as opposed to be just driven by profit and all these other matters. So on the strength of that, we need to have these conversations that what it is that we want to achieve out of this conferencing is trying to position ourselves that we must start understanding the consumer of the future. Our latest census did indicate to us that we are hovering around about 37 in terms of the labor force survey, unemployed young people, anything between the ages of 18 and 35 as per the United Nations classification and criteria of young people. And that in itself plays a role in terms of what it is that we are doing for issues such as United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And if you look at those, how does a marketer contribute to such a turnaround to say, how do we go about achieving our part and playing our part in the SDGs? And it might sound like it's non-related to you, but it is, because as an entity, you have to worry about environment, you have to worry about your sustainability programs, you have to worry about keeping your consumers happy and constantly innovating yourself to meet their demands, because demands are forever changing. And these are the conversations that definitely, in my view, I'm looking forward to, because we'll not just be marketers talking about how to pitch a product or how to maximize the 5 P's of marketing or how to find the niche in terms of excellent communication and stakeholder plans, but generally just finding a common ground about how we, as those in the industry, can help our entities and organizations grow.
You spoke about what topics and insights rather we will get from the Indaba. What type of speakers will be there at the Indaba?
So we're gonna touch on topics such as artificial intelligence. I think it's a buzzword. We're gonna touch on topics such as the 4th Industrial Revolution. We're gonna touch on topics such as public relations. We're gonna have advertising. We're gonna have issues around the commonplace of marketing diplomacy. What you do, and a lot of people say, but what is marketing diplomacy? Because I need to start worrying about if I'm there, because oftentimes as marketers, we don't quantify our investments into what relates to the net profit of the organization. And so some of these things are the things that we're going to talk about. And we have speakers all along from Zambia, we have speakers from South Africa, we have speakers from Botswana, and we have local experts in here as well. And we're also going to talk about the financial impact of market growth to growth of the country in matters like that. And we're also going to have educationalists and academicians.
You touched on the time, how it's around the corner, it's next week, and many people have been asking questions on how can people attend, are there any last minute registration opportunities, what's happening in terms of me getting there?
Registration is still ongoing. We hope to close it down in the next 48 hours or so that it allows us now to do the logistics on the ground. You can send us an email at indaba@mtc.com.na to get an application for registration, but you can also just check out our socials on our X as well as our Facebook, and just search for MTC Indaba. We'll send you an invoice if you want to participate. As a delegate, you have to pay, unfortunately, $5,000, and the $5,000 Zambian dollars is payable either through our MTC Maris platform. If you're able to, if you're not able to, we'll be able to send you a pro forma invoice. But we are trying to encourage that people use the digital platform, because it's also one of the key areas that we can talk about, our digital and marketing. And then there's also an exhibition space. Unfortunately, the exhibition is now full. We have no more space for that. But as an individual, you are more than willing to still get in touch with us. Just send us an email at indaba@mtc.com.na, and then we'll be able to respond to you 24/7. So that we want to see them. If you're a corporate out there that have not indicated your interest yet, we urge you to please do, because this is going to be a good conference. There will also be a gala dinner on the 10th, and that is just as part of the value proposition and value add of the conference. And so that will give you an opportunity for networking, so that you never know who do you meet and what business opportunities that can come out or emanate from this conferencing.
Well, you have it. You have 48 hours left to still register, and just to make the best of the last few minutes we do have with you here, John, for businesses and individuals who might not make it this year, are there any post-event content or engagement they can get in? And then perhaps just lastly, for the Namibians out there, what's the one message you'd like to leave the listeners with about this Indaba?
Post-content and event management and event review and evaluations, yes, definitely. That will engage. We will be able to send out a report from the rapporteur of the conference to all the participants and the delegates and the exhibitors once we're done. And the messaging that I would love to leave to the Namibians out there is that this is the first ever marketing Indaba. It is our intent to see if we can make it an annual event. Now, obviously, depending on the success of next week. But what we key to us is we're always looking for collaborative partnerships as well. So if you attend this one and you see that this is an appetite for you as a corporate, let's engage after the event, and then we can take it up from there. But generally, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really hoping that we come out in numbers to come and attend this pioneering and historic occasion.
You're going to be a busy man in the next week and a half or so, John. I'm sure the entire MTC team will be, and there's already buzz around the MTC branding and marketing Indaba. You've heard it all right here from John Ekongo on what all of that is all about. Is entice you. All you need to do is now register. You have 48 hours left. Thanks a lot for making time for us.
I appreciate the time as well.